Frankfort police are looking for the person who seriously hurt a pedestrian and didn't stick around. A woman manages to survive a machete attack, and she's talking to us about what happened.
7 days later, and the manhunt continues for two killers on the run in upstate New York. I'm Don Champion with the very latest coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT Mid-Morning.
And good morning to you. I'm Barbara Bailey. Bill is off today. Welcome to Mid-Morning on this Friday. We are finishing the work week with more heat and humidity, but what about the weekend? Let's check in right away with meteorologist Jim Caldwell to see how it's all shaping up.
And
Jim?
Barb, it's going to step it up a few notches, as a matter of fact, as we head into the weekend. As far as the humidity is concerned, already building out there here at 10 o'clock. 80 degrees right now, the actual air temperature. So we're coming in pretty warm already. You factor in that humidity that's present, and it does have an impact on the temperature. It makes it feel like 83 in Lexington, feel like 84 in Frankfort. So it's obviously out there and impacting our temperatures, and it will likely do that as we progress through the day today. Generally, we're looking at some high clouds, and of course, a few puffy cumulus clouds are also showing up. Forecast looks like this for the rest of the day as we head toward midday. Sun and clouds, maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm lingering through the evening. We'll take a close look and track it with our model hour by hour coming up for you.
All right, thank you. This morning, police are looking for the driver who hit a pedestrian in Frankfort. The crash caused part of Wilkinson Boulevard to be closed for several hours this morning. Police say a passerby found the man lying unconscious in the middle of the road around 4:30 this morning. He has several broken bones, but police think he will survive. They're still looking for the driver who hit him. A Bell County woman says she's lucky to be alive after a man attacked her with a machete. Police charged 26-year-old Christopher Dixon with attempted murder. The victim says he came up to her at a Middlesboro apartment complex and started hitting her with the machete.
He come at me and there was like, I don't know, there was nothing in his eyes, no soul, no nothing, no remorse.
Now, White says she has about 300 staples and more than 600 stitches because of the attack. Police say they're still trying to figure out just why she was attacked. We're tracking a crime alert in Lexington after shots were fired into a Lexington home. Police found several shell casings outside a home on Lisa Drive off North Broadway. At least one bullet went through a wall inside that home. No one inside was hurt. That overnight shooting comes a day after a WKYT investigation looked into whether there's a spike in violent crime in Lexington during the summer months. Just this week, 9 people were shot in Lexington. 3 have died. We obtained documents from Lexington police for 2012, 2013, and 2014. In those years, the majority of crimes that police tracked started increasing in May, stayed up through the summer then, before dipping in the fall. Lexington police point out that crime is down during the first 5 months of the year compared to the same time last year. We have an interactive month-by-month look at crime in Lexington. That's on WKYT.com. Now, because of that string of shootings this week, Community Inspired Solutions is hosting a town hall meeting later this month. Organizers hope to generate ideas about how to make the community safer. The meeting will be Monday, June 22nd at the North Side Library on Russell Cave Road. Well, sentencing for a convicted rapist in Lexington has been continued. A jury convicted Perico Coffey of kidnapping, sodomy, and rape charges. Coffey kidnapped a stranger from the Speedway on Versailles Road back in 2013. U.S. Marshals later arrested him in Michigan. The jury recommended he spend 46 years behind bars. His sentencing has been continued to next week. Well, new on Mid-Morning, police have made an arrest in a Lexington robbery. Jack Morrow was picked up overnight. He's charged with robbery for a crime that happened just before 3 a.m. on June 4th. That morning, we reported an armed robbery at the Marathon gas station on Russell Cave Road. Morrow was arrested last night at his apartment on nearby Hollow Creek Road. Well, we're 7 days into the manhunt for 2 convicted killers who used power tools to break out of prison. Don Champion reports from Dannemora, New York, where authorities think the men are not far from the prison.
Authorities remain focused on the town of Katyville this morning, scouring areas of dense forests and tough terrain. The latest tip has brought them within miles of the Clinton Correctional Facility where Richard Matt and David Sweat broke free.
We need to search underneath every rock and behind every tree until we locate these guys.
Sources tell CBS News dogs picked up the fugitive's scent in the area. In the woods, police discovered food wrappers, bedding, and a footprint. The scene is playing out right in Darlene Durod's front yard.
With them right in front of my house, it makes me feel a little more at ease.
Prison officials say the convicted killers used heavy tools and construction equipment to cut through a cell wall and a steam pipe. Local engineer and steelworker Larry Jeffords has done work at the facility. He says the two men must have been proficient with the tools or had help.
Either they're very good at what they do with a lot of good training, or they had some very good equipment, or somebody else cut the hole for them.
Investigators say they're questioning several people, including employees at the prison, but so far no one has been charged. Don Champion, CBS News, Katyville, New York.
Now, a $100,000 reward is being offered for information leading to the men's capture. A crash that killed a Lexington lawyer last month could lead to a change in Kentucky's DUI laws. Mark Hinkle was killed last month by a suspected drunk driver while Hinkle was riding his bike in the Horsey 100 in Georgetown. The driver who hit him, Odilon Paz Salvador, has prior DUI offenses. And now State Representative Kelly Flood has pre-filed a bill that would toughen the law on repeat DUI offenders.
I think the most important way to understand it is this is the law that will make sure that Mark Hinkle's, that no other father, no other husband, no other best friend needs to die like this.
That new legislation proposes to extend the current law's look-back period for previous offenses from 5 years to 10. Republican nominee for governor Matt Bevin may have violated state ethics laws. The Ethics Commission says Bevin did not disclose his positions with two companies on his financial disclosure statement. His campaign managers say Bevin did disclose his position as the sole owner of the company that owns the two companies in question. But an Ethics Commission director said the commission would likely find that Bevin should disclose all of his positions with every business. Well, the NBA Finals are tied up now at 2 games apiece after Andre Iguodala and Stephen Curry each scored 22 points in the Warriors' 103-82 win over the Cavaliers at Cleveland. The Warriors hit 12 three-pointers with Curry going 4 for 7. LeBron James finished with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists, but he shot just 7 for 22 and suffered a cut on his head late in the second quarter. Well, Uber will be giving some customers a real lift. The ride-sharing service is going to provide helicopter transportation to the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival in Tennessee this weekend. But rising above it all won't come cheap. The $1,500 fare includes an Uber car ride to the helipad, 1 helicopter ride to the festival, and an Uber car ride back to Nashville. The Uber chopper can take up to 3 passengers at a time. Well, you might find a strange sight this morning at a Lexington donut shop. Lexington police officers are on the roof of a Krispy Kreme. They've been on the roof since 6 this morning and will continue through 6 tonight. Police are raising money to help benefit Special Olympics Kentucky. They're collecting donations at the location on Richmond Road.